lines, 809, trying to find which are divine and which are just fine. From Aphrodite's wireless, the bland and eclectic, they're gonna realize it's not very effective. What's up, trainers? Welcome to the Pokemon Podcast. It's Not Very Effective, episode 5. If you've ever seen a Pokemon, that's enough to judge it. We're your hosts, the one who cares about Pokemon, Light Travel, aka LT, and the one who does not.
AKA...
You know, you're supposed to say your name, and then I was going to steal your AKA for today.
Oh,
but now it's been ruined.
The bit's dead.
But just say your name.
Jacob, AKA...
Just keep forcing it until it works.
Jacob, AKA...
No, Jacob... I should have just said it.
Jacob, AKA...
Fucking ruined. AKA not available in the Galar region. So, this podcast, I've looked into the future, and when we add the Galar region Pokemon to the selection pool, we actually don't have the resources for Jacob to have an opinion on those Pokemon. So if I do select one of those, he's gonna have to leave the room because we simply don't have the resources to allow for that.
Yeah. I have a certain amount of hours per week.
Well, to spend on certain things. Like, if you get any other gen Pokemon, Jacob's staying. But if it's Galar region, he's going to have to leave. He won't be able to... There's no time. There's no time or resources.
I don't really like it, but it's like a contractual thing.
We haven't prepared, and we can't prepare. There's no way. Whatever the reason I say, there is no way it can happen. This is the show where we create an objective, unquestionable, definitive ranked list of all Pokemon, complete with all our prejudice and bias. Each episode, we randomly select 3 Pokemon, pit them against each other, then figure out where to put them in the complete list, so Peter can rest easy knowing that no harm will come to these fictional creatures of near-human intelligence, and that they are merely being judged harshly on their physical appearance. By the way, that just reminded me, Peter's been fucking using Wooloo to shill not, sharing sheep, I guess.
That's stupid.
I know, but they're stupid. I just wanted to bring it up because I remember.
If you share a sheep correctly, it doesn't hurt. And in fact,
there's some picture like, don't make a Wooloo sweater out of me, or some shit.
Christ. Like, I understand.
I haven't looked into it, so I don't know how much sharing a sheep affects the sheep psychologically or whatever. I don't know what the argument is at all, but
I understand if you have issues with
leave Pokemon out of
with the way animals are factory farmed and things like that. But on a conventional farm ran by people who own their own sheep, sharing a sheep does not hurt it if it's done correctly. I mean,
I don't know.
An accident can happen where you jam a razor into its side or something.
I know, but that can happen if you get a haircut. So
yeah,
like as a human being. It's not the intention when you go to get a haircut that you get a razor jammed into your head, so you can't really just assume that, like, just, hey, never get a haircut again, because you could get a razor jammed into the side of your head.
It's one of the animal products.
They're just against animal products in general.
I mean,
even if they're not harmful, I guess. I'm sure there's an argument for it being harmful. I don't know what it is, though. But all I'm saying is, if you have no respect for Pokemon, then don't, like, shill your own thing using the Pokemon.
Pokemon go to the polls?
Yeah, well, that's even worse. That's just a blatant misunderstanding of what Pokemon Go even means, probably. She just shoved it into a sentence.
It's disgusting.
But whatever, she didn't get in. We can forget about her now.
I'll say before we continue, I'm sick.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I might make some gross human noises. I apologize in advance.
Yeah, or your voice might just cut out.
Yeah.
So I'll laugh at you when that happens, but that's not, you know.
It was real bad this morning. I had to fucking say shit like 3 times.
So yeah, there's problems this week. Like actual issues. Fucking Grexit, dude. If you're an undesirable Pokemon that we have found, you know, is not deserving of being led into the Galar region, then you must exit immediately. That's Galar region exit, Grexit. That's it, dude.
So I didn't have full context on this, but I'm starting to understand it more. So it's Is it like the Pokemon that are being selected for this next thing?
Let me read, because I got a quote from Masuda Junichi, who's, one of the big Pokemon dudes. Okay, well, I mean, basically, they fucking, not even in the Direct, but in the Nintendo Treehouse after, which I don't even usually watch, because I was interested this time, because I obviously, you know, intend to, and in fact have pre-ordered the Pokemon games, though I'm questioning this now. Although I just pre-ordered them on Mighty Ape, so it's worth doing because they don't charge you until it ships anyway, and if the price goes down over time, then I'll pay the original price.
That's just
So
a Mighty Ape thing, though.
yeah, so I just mean like it's worth pre-ordering it now. Just, and there's no reason not to, and I can just cancel it if I want. Here's the quote. It's sort of long. There are a couple of different parts to the thinking behind it, but really the biggest reason for it is just the sheer number of Pokemon. We already have well over 800 Pokemon species, and there's going to be more added in these games. And now that they're on the Nintendo Switch, we're creating it with much higher fidelity with higher quality animations. But even more than that, it's coming down to the battle system. We're making sure we can keep everything balanced and give all the Pokemon that appear in the games a chance to shine. We knew at some point we weren't going to be able to indefinitely keep supporting all of the Pokemon, and we just found that Sword and Shield would probably be a good point to go back and reevaluate what would be the best selection of Pokemon that appeal to the widest audience while keeping into consideration the balance of the battle system. It isn't just going to be all new Pokemon in the Galar region Pokedex. There's still going to be a lot of favorites that fans will be able to bring over that they've adventured with previously. But yeah, it was pretty much just balancing and getting this optimal selection of Pokemon for the adventure we wanted to provide. There are definitely a lot of factors. The primary focus was the setting of the game. We have the Galar region, and we spent a lot of time discussing which Pokemon would make sense in that region. We kind of selected from there, but we also selected types that make sure the battles are balanced and really provide this exciting kind of battle experience. So there's a couple different arguments in there for why they're doing it. The balance thing is one thing, but I don't think you have to take out Pokemon for good to balance the game properly, because you could still just have them tradable after the game, unless they mean competitive. But even then, I don't know much about competitive, except people just endlessly complain about it. So people are just going to do whatever they're going to do with whatever you give them at a certain point, aren't they? I don't know if they're talking about competitive here, though. It sounds like they're just talking about the game in general. But what I wanted to, like, in terms of there being too many, from what I understand, the 3DS models for the games, like a high polygon, and they were downscaled for the original games, so they should be able to use those, like use what they've already done, and it looks like they already have for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So, and if the trade-off is supposed to be, what did it say here? Like high fidelity, high quality animations, from what they showed, like where is that? Because you have, and this is just a funny one, like just Wingull still T-posing his way around, like pausing in the air in the wild area. And then in the battles, what looks to be the same, like a similar simplicity of battle animations to what has always been. Like I guess you can give them some benefit of the doubt and say like the game is not finished yet, I guess. But I don't know. Doesn't look like, where's the trade-off? It doesn't look like it's actually happening. It still fucking looks the same as ever. So, and they announced the whole they announced the whole Pokemon Go. It's not Go. It's Pokemon Home. I was about to say Pokemon Go Home, but maybe that's appropriate. I don't know. I wanted to take to calling it like either Pokemon Purgatory or Pokemon Homeless Shelter because you can apparently send all your Pokemon there. You can't send them back to anything that you send them from. So, in this case, there are going to be Pokemon that are just stuck in there with nowhere else to go if they can't be in Sword and Shield.
Great.
I know, right? Like, what is the fucking point then?
This sounds a bit poorly planned.
I don't understand. The reasoning doesn't seem to make sense to me. But yeah, I don't know, man. What I've been planning is like the beloved Pokemon Wooloo, even by me. You know, I won't go too much into it until this month's bonus episode, but we need to take Wooloo hostage. I need to round up, not even I'll just do it. I'll do it all. We need to round up all the Wooloo in the Galar region.
That's a lot.
I don't care. I'll round up all of them. Put them in camps,
Okay.
you know? Or no, just maybe take them on a nice wholesome camping trip.
Careful with that camps.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. That's I'll phrase it the other way. A nice wholesome camping trip, you know, just me and every Wooloo in the Galar region. Because if we can't have everyone there, then you know, if we can't have old Pokemon, you can't have new Pokemon. You can't have the one you want. I'm taking it. I'm taking all of them.
I mean, it's not like you're actually planning to kill any of them. You just.
Nobody said that.
I mean.
I did make an image that I've been posting with a gun to a Wooloo's head, but I mean, you could do anything with that gun.
It might not even be a gun.
I mean, it's pretty clearly a gun, but
might not even be a gun.
I mean, you can get into the whole like, this is not a gun, this is a picture of a gun argument. So it isn't a gun, it's a picture of a gun.
It's also Wooloo.
It's a picture of Wooloo. But Wooloo doesn't exist as anything. Well, I don't know. In our hearts, maybe. You know who
Not
doesn't
mine.
exist, though? Whatever Pokemon are getting kicked from the game.
Nice.
That's what I mean. Like, as discriminatory as we are on this podcast, they have decided to actually take Pokemon out of the game. Like, I want to think that every Pokemon is someone's favorite. Like, even Binnacle. Like, even I don't think
I want to meet the person.
I do want to meet the person that
Who's like,
Binnacle is their
"Binnacle is my
favorite
favorite."
Pokemon. But, like, come on. Like, Binnacle should be in the game, along with everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you can't...
I'm free to say Binnacle's an ugly son of a bitch, but Binnacle is also free to be alive and around.
Exactly. I wouldn't kill a Binnacle.
No, I would just insult
I might
it.
kill Wooloo for the greater good, but, you know, this is... If that's where we need to go to get what is right, then... I mean, come on. But yeah,
Death to Wooloo.
if they have real balls, like, okay, let me give you a situation where I will never complain about this again, I promise. If they, and I know Pikachu is already confirmed for this game to be in it.
Of course.
Take Pikachu out, I will never complain again. Not in this game, just in any future mainline game. If they take Pikachu out, I will never complain again. Because then you have the balls to back up what you're doing here.
Mm.
I've seen Pikachu enough.
Pikachu's literally the most popular Pokemon.
I know. Take it out though. If you really think this is the way to go, like Pikachu doesn't look like a very Galar region Pokemon to me. That sounds like your fan favorite logic that's keeping Pikachu in, right?
Yep.
Like Pikachu doesn't have like fucked up teeth, or you know, that's not very Galar.
What is very Galar? I have no idea.
I'm just equating it to British people right now and taking the
Whoa!
piss, but that was the whole fucked up teeth joke. I don't know what else. Like, Pikachu doesn't have a terrible accent.
Pikachu hasn't almost been the victim of knife crime multiple times.
Yeah. Wooloo might be. It's too early to say. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I actually don't want to support this with my money if this is how it's going to be.
I can understand that.
It
But at the
sucks.
same-
I want to play the game,
at the same
but
time,
I can't.
I
Like,
wouldn't support a Pokemon game ever, so...
like, how many motherfuckers are there going to be that are like, yeah, you know, fuck this, like, put all the Pokemon in, and then they're just going to buy the game?
Yeah. Probably,
Like, you can't
probably
do
a lot
that.
of people, actually.
I know, it fucking sucks. You have to, like, actually not buy the game then. Or they will keep doing it, because why wouldn't they? You gave them your money. And I know it's the thing of, like,
I mean-
why should I bother voting? Like, this person will get in anyway. Like, I know. I can understand that, but you have to... I mean, that's what I think as well. Like, who really wins if I don't play the game? Not me.
They
and-
still would.
Yeah, and unless everyone didn't buy the game because of this, which I can't imagine, because I'm sure there are people that don't care either. There might not even be enough people that do care, but I don't know. I feel like if you do, you can't get the game. And like in a practical sense, I'm just shooting myself in the foot because it almost definitely nothing. The only reason I think something could change is people are actually getting mad about it and making noise about it online, which is how things change these days.
Yep. It's how Sonic's
I think-
design changed.
I think that's the best chance we actually have. It's the fucked up thing though. I just don't understand why they're not in it. If you have those models that you've apparently future proofed and can be used on these games, then what is the actual problem when everything still looks the same?
It's hard.
I want somebody to do the research and say like, yeah, they're bullshitting. Like they totally could do it. You know what I mean? It seems like it seems like fuckery already, but I want somebody to just make it like undeniable that they're just fucking people for no good reason. But I don't know enough about this shit.
They'll drop some DLC that you can get the rest of the Pokemon.
See, people think that, but I don't see them. I still don't see them doing that. The only thing I could see, as I've heard being thrown around, is that they would, like, procedurally over time add new Pokemon only available to raid battles in the game where you could catch them that way, so they could do it over time. I'm just questionable about if they actually need the time or not when they should have these models already. I know there's more work to do than that, but this is what I mean. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt and not just I want to believe that what people say is the truth, but I know it's not so much of the time. It would be a lot simpler if we could live in a world where, yeah, okay, this person is saying something and they're not lying, and we can just take it at face value and judge things based on that, but you can't do that. But yeah, I mean, there's only so much I can say about this. Wooloo is mine if you do not cooperate without demands. You know, they did actually contact the podcast, though.
Who?
Game Freak and the Pokemon Company.
What?
Yeah. They
Really?
They said we really need to start doing probably at least 4 to 5 more episodes a week, as much as we can, really, because they're actually using our list to decide who gets into the game or not.
Okay.
That's how I know Binnacle's out, because Binnacle is bottom of the list.
Tricked me for a second there.
Why? You have to play it straight, dude. Just imagine, like we need like 6 more episodes a week. We need you doing an episode every day, even then, it's still not.
Because as soon as you said that, I was thinking, like, who the fuck are they to make these demands of a podcast?
That they obviously don't know about because nobody knows about it. Just imagine, though, if we could decide what gets in.
If the Pokemon company literally contacted you and were like, hey, pick it up.
I don't know, man. I don't even want to get into the mindset of caring what's on the list or not because I just disagree with the idea entirely that they shouldn't just all be in there.
Right.
And it seems like they're trying to be like, oh, we want a Pokemon game every year or whatever. Just can
So like fucking Call of Duty style.
Or yeah, anything
Assassin's
like that.
Creed.
Yeah, just take the time that you need and put it out.
Take a note out of the
Or at least
CD Projekt Red book and just put it out when it's ready and take your time.
Yeah, man, just do what you need to do without fucking ruining it for everyone. Dude, I would have bought this game. I bought like 6 Pokemon games in recent times. I mean, I was catching up, but and this is why I was catching up too, so I could bring that's why I wanted to do a National Dex, because then I could, National Dex, a fucking Living Dex, because then I could bring it all into the new game. And then they have to do like the worst possible thing.
Hear that, Game Freak? You've alienated a fan.
Yeah, I was getting back into it, and there's like, no, you can't have everyone in there though.
That's money
And
that you're not gonna
my
earn.
OCD says, like, no, you can transfer all of them, or you can transfer none of them. They're not giving me the ability to transfer anything into these games. I can't transfer anything unless I can transfer the whole fucking dex, dude. Right? Like, I know people don't care about this, and, people buy this game anyway, like, whatever the fuck it is. But, I don't know, man. Like, you're losing me here. I hope they just... There seems to be enough people annoyed about it. The sentiment seems to be... But I wouldn't put it past them to just fucking ignore it. Because they're gonna make money. It doesn't matter. Like, there's enough people that bought the last game that they're just gonna buy it because they have a Switch now.
Of course. They need something to do on their Switch.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so we've already gone on for quite a lot. I wanted to mention that Ferrarex
Has been realized.
Yeah, I drew it. I'm like, man, should I just like try and draw this thing?
It'll be on screen.
Oh, I guess it will be now, but I put it on screen in the last episode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can just be on it twice. Why not?
It's more work for me.
Why not?
I would have done it anyway. It's not that hard. But yeah, I wanted to probably just release some more information every week. Just keep the stupid shit alive. Ferrarex is a ground fire type, I've decided.
Which is the first of its kind?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's fire ground, not ground fire. So Ferrarex
Because the first one is the primary, right?
Yeah, the primary typing and then the secondary typing, yeah.
Right.
So it's primarily a ground type with the extra fire.
I hate to have to get up, but I need to get up.
Because to do what? Cars drive on the ground? I'll just keep going.
I need to deal with my nose.
Okay.
I'm sick. So.
Cars drive on the ground, and then I thought, like, you know when cars go so fast that they shoot the fire out? Yeah. I can imagine it, shooting out everywhere. So yeah, I'm not going to let Ferrarex die. And Game Freak Pokemon Company have informed me that Ferrarex is confirmed for Sword and Shield. It is on the list. So, did you hear that, Jacob?
That they've talked to you?
Yeah, Ferrarex has been confirmed for Sword and Shield.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's weird that they're letting us do all of this when I disagree with them so vehemently, and you'd think that they wouldn't just let me
See,
shoot my mouth off like this. But
Game
I don't
Freak.
know.
Game Freak is about diversity of ideas.
Clearly,
They don't. I mean, look, they discriminate with
diversity
Pokemon.
in Pokemon too.
No, not that. They discriminate with Pokemon,
Even more than we do.
not ideas.
Yeah.
We're allowed to tell them that they're being stupid, but
Okay. Jacob's favorite is still Gengar. Well, is Gengar.
still Gengar.
Yeah, why did I say
It
that?
is now. Since
Yeah.
last week.
Since last, I don't. That was weird to say it. I think I was still in the Poliwhirl mind. So yeah, I guess we should just choose these Pokemon. You know, get to the actual point of the show that we do here. I just wanted to go off on some shit today.
Hi there, people who skipped all of that. Good to see
I don't
you.
know why you would, because you get to see our face the whole time, and then it's gonna leave for all the people that don't pay. First Pokemon is Mudsdale.
All right. I have some opinions already.
Yeah, I've thought about this one recently because I've been playing Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and I have seen it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Mudsdale. Gloom is the second one. And for the final, the Pokemon choice, we have Snorlax
Dun, dun,
for
dun, dun.
today. So that is not a random pick. I'll explain this as I do every month. You can have a vote, or you can have 5 votes. I haven't changed what I've written here yet. You can have 5 votes to use on any Pokemon you want, and we pick the one with the most votes to be the third choice. So patreon.com/notverycost for that and many other things if you want to pick. So we actually have 2 Gen 1s here. We're being overrun by Gen 1.
Mudsdale and
Just like Sword and
Snorlax
Shield
are
is.
2 Gen 1s.
Yeah, Mudsdale is Gen 1. No, Mudsdale is actually Gen 7, the latest. So Mudsdale is number 750. That's a high numbers. Gloom is number 44, and Snorlax is number 143. So our mother has blessed us with another Gen 1 this week.
Hell
because
yeah.
no
one has given us money.
Nobody has tried to stop her yet. So you can do that if you would like. Mudsdale, man.
So my first thing that I noticed straight away, not a fan of its leg warmers.
It's leg warmers.
That's exactly what it looks like, just fucking leg warmers. And I mean, part of this is probably because leg warmers also look fucking retarded on people.
Wait, are you serious? I actually like leg warmers. And you know what? I don't mind I think that's the part of this that I don't mind.
Okay then. I'm not a big fan. Looks weird.
I don't know, man. I don't dislike that part of it, honestly.
Like, does it have leg under that, and is that loose skin, or is that its leg? Like, is that a solid leg with a bunch of tumory, ridgy things, or is that like some weird skin?
I mean, I'm not here to tell you what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I didn't design this, but
my other issue is its hair like, is that hair at all, or is that just
what part of it? Like just the top of it?
Yeah, because the black is like makes me think it's hair, but then there's orange in the middle, which makes me think it's flesh.
I don't think the orange is intended to be. Well, I don't know, man. Pokemon are weird. It's the kind of thing where like maybe none of it's hair. I don't know. It looks like hair. It doesn't really matter what it actually is, does it?
I guess not. I don't know.
I mean, I do, especially on the top of the head. I don't know. Let's just say. I guess you could say that it's all some sort of hair. The places they've put. I mean, we've all seen a horse before. We know where the hair on a horse is. The weirdest part of it is that the black goes over its eyes and it has holes there. That's when it gets the most.
Not to mention,
like, what is
Not
that?
to mention that its face looks like a fucking, looks like the underside of a dick.
Okay, well, this is...
Except the orange is just like a wider frenulum than on a man.
I think my problems are with generally the top half of this. Not even the top half. Mostly the face and head area, I think.
Is that meant to be its tongue? Or is that a hoof?
Yeah, I don't know.
Coming out of its mouth.
It's not a hoof. I don't know.
I mean, it looks like a hoof.
I need to look at the... I need to look at something else.
Can I see that picture you like stopped on?
Yeah. Could it be its hair thing on the other side?
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
I guess
Okay,
it
that's
is.
just
It just looked it's colored differently
that's
and
just placement.
yeah, and bad placement. I don't like its face.
I mean, it looks like a penis.
No, not even. The hair over the eyes is weird. I don't like the orange and the mohawk. It doesn't work. I don't have as much of a problem with the rest of it as you do. Like the tail is like the legs and the tail I don't have a problem with. I sort of like the dreads hanging down.
I like the dreads as well.
Yeah, the dreads are cool. I think most of this works, except when you get to the face. It's like the orange, sort of. What do you call it? Like, there's a word for that part of a horse's face, isn't there?
Well, like its nose.
Yeah, but there's like a word for the nose mouth area, isn't there?
I was gonna say snout, but I don't think that's correct.
No, I'm not gonna remember it. So, you know what I mean. And just the mohawk thing, I don't even know if it would necessarily work even without the orange, but the orange makes it worse.
I think the mohawk thing goes on for too long. Like, there's like 5 sections to it, and I think if there was 4, it would look better.
Maybe. I do wonder about it going on even further, though. It looks too thick.
It does.
Looks like it's weighing its head down.
It looks like it's in pain. It looks like they stuck this weird fucking alien monster on top of the normal horse's head.
Yeah, like you already have the dreads. Like, why not just have one or the other?
Yeah.
It's too busy on its fucking face and head.
That would look way cooler if you took the mohawk off and just left the dreads.
Yeah, because I like the dreads, dude. The dreads are a cool idea for a horse thing.
It would look way better if you did that. I think the mohawk should just come off.
Yeah, and the face I have a problem with most of the face.
Mm.
I don't like there being like the black part I would probably be fine with if it didn't look so weird.
If it didn't look like there was like that black part looks like it's 3 inches off the surface of the rest of its mouth area.
Yeah, this orange.
It looks too bumpy and ridged.
The orange needs to not be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it wasn't this weird shape, even if it was just orange and not the normal horse skin, or just the normal horse skin, like the orange is only in places where you'd think it's possibly hair, except for the shoes.
Mm.
It just doesn't make sense to me, and it doesn't look good either, the way they've segmented it.
Yeah.
Like, I wish the black part was done differently as the thing over the eyes, but it wouldn't be such a mess if not for the orange thing. That's probably the worst part of the design.
I gotta say I have more of a problem with the face than I do with its legs.
I'm pretty fine with most of this.
Mm.
The tail isn't my favorite thing ever, but it's consistent with the legs. And, you know, it has the whole black and orange color scheme going, just like the dreads as well. I think it fits with the rest of the design.
The color scheme's fine. No issues with the color scheme.
Yeah, it's just how they've utilized it in places.
Mm.
It's just the face and the mohawk, really. I feel like the face really fucks it up, though.
It's a bit much.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be if you just removed a few things or changed them.
Yeah. I think
The mohawk does really fuck it up. It throws off the balance to some degree.
I think if the black segments were like ran smoother onto the rest of the face, that would look better as well. They look like bumps.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it should smoothen out into the face more.
Because are we supposed to think that's skin? Like, are the eyes in the bumps?
I don't know. Like under it?
It doesn't look like that, though.
No. It's really strange.
I don't mind the eyes themselves. I think they fit.
The eyes are fine.
And they even have the orange, like, in the eye, which is cool. The face does ruin this, though, to some degree.
That's my biggest problem with it.
Like, even though I'm fine with the legs, I don't even think they're the strongest thing ever.
They look weird to me.
But the dreads are the best part of the design, I think.
Let's see Gloom.
Okay. Gloom, ladies and gentlemen.
I like what they're doing with like the drool. I think it's fitting. You know, just fucking sleepy fucking
There's so many jokes I could make here. I don't even know where to begin.
sleepy out of it bullshit.
I mean, with you liking the drool.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I've avoided making them, though.
The feet and the hands suffer from the same thing that Poliwhirls do.
They basically... Oh, the feet at least are Poliwhirl's feet, but longer.
Yeah.
I like them... They're better here than on Poliwhirl.
Yeah.
Or I care about them less, at least.
The arms are too short as well. I think
I don't really care about the arms, because they could just not be there, and it wouldn't make much of a difference.
they're kind of unnecessary.
I don't know if they're unnecessary. Like, I just don't mind them at all. The thing that... It's one of those things where I've seen Gloom a million times, but I've never really thought about the kind of hair that's coming out. It maybe
Yeah.
looks a bit wonky, but I don't hate it or anything. I want to look at the sprite.
The sprite makes it look real dopey. Makes its chin look bigger.
Makes it look terrible, actually.
Makes it look dumb. It's got a dumb guy face.
What is this? What? The female version looks fucking terrible.
Its face is like shrunk.
I fucking hate its face.
Oh my god.
I don't like the female version of this at all. I haven't
Can you,
actually...
Can you open that bigger?
Nah, that's
Oh
as
no,
big
it's
as it is.
an icon file, right? Fucking hell! I don't. Why does that look so much worse?
They've just made its face too small, I get. Well, they moved it up as well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're not judging it on that, I guess, but... Because that's not what I've known Gloom to look like, really.
Yeah. Go back to the full picture.
Because, yeah, this is... The official art is clearly going off the male Gloom, although I guess there wasn't gender differences when Gloom was first created. So I don't know, I guess they fucked up with... Usually the gender differences are not that noticeable. I've never seen that before. It's interesting.
So is that strip of lighter blue across its face kind of meant to be a reflection of the light, or... Because that looks weird, like, when I noticed it. Now that I've seen it, it looks kind of weird.
I think it's just the shadow, like, covering it. You know?
Looks like it's
That's
got.
like the bottom of its body is when it starts to move in, so there'd be shadow under it, and then the top of its head. I don't think it's that there's a streak going across. I think it's just that's where the shadow starts happening, if you get what I mean.
Right. Yeah.
I like the purple lips.
Yeah, they're fitting. I think its face is like fine. I have no issues with its face.
I like the face.
It's got like it's just got the dopey kind of look, which
It's
is
not even
which is
dopey.
kind
The
of
female
ideal.
version's fucking dopey, but
I think the face is like ideal.
it's pretty good.
The hair's a bit weird,
Well, the leaves, I guess they are.
and the feet. Yeah,
Well, that's what I was gonna look at in the sprite before I was so rudely interrupted by the female version. They kind of don't look as good in the sprite either.
Yeah.
They look more flimsy, and it's still fine. I don't know. The more I look at the top part, the sort of the flower part, the more awkward it looks on top of its head.
Mm.
Especially in the sprite too. I don't know, like the shape is kind of weird.
I think they could afford to be smaller.
I don't know about smaller. I don't know about that.
I'm noticing now it just looks really
Maybe two of them.
It looks really out of place.
If you made it smaller, that's what I mean. Like I'm getting this effect of the longer I look at it, it looks weird.
It looks more just fucking.
But I wouldn't remove
Stuck
it though,
on and
because
gimped.
it's a lot of its identity
Yeah.
is the flower. If you made it smaller, there'd have to be two of them, which I don't know if it'd make it better or not. But well, that's starting to be like Paris a bit.
Yeah. Let's have a look at Snorlax.
Really not. You done with Gloom already? I sort of want to come to a head on this fucking flower on the head.
I mean, I don't have much to say. Too much to say on Gloom. I think the like balls or whatever they are, like the petals. I guess since it's kind of a flower, the petals could be smaller. Because they look more like Dragon Balls currently.
I think they look better in the official art.
Definitely in the official art.
They just don't. I don't know. I think Gloom is not really pulled off as well in the sprite. At least in the 3D ones.
Yeah.
It looks a lot better in the rest of them. I don't. It's the sort of the leaves look flimsy in 3D. It just has that sort of effect to it. And the flower looks sillier.
It looks like kind of clunky.
Yeah, I don't know, because I like Gloom. I think Gloom could be up there.
I don't care for Gloom all that much. Really.
Oh, we'll move on to Snorlax for now. Snorlax. Big boy.
Our paid pick.
Yeah. Snorlax is pretty fucking good, I think. And I think I can foresee a fight that we might have to have. I don't know. What do you think, dude? I think Snorlax is pretty solid.
No issues with Snorlax.
It's
After looking
one
it
of
over.
those, eh?
Yep. Some of them are just like that good where I look at it and it's like nothing
But some of them just seem like a complete design with not really anything that stands out as an issue.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I see Snorlax and I don't see anything that I think, like, okay, that looks kind of goofy, or some shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, I've never really looked at the claws on his hands before, but I just think they look cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something I've never really noticed, but I think they look cool, though, so it's not like it's a criticism.
It's our big dumb guy, Snorlax.
Yeah. I really like his mouth and the upward fangs.
Mm. I think it's like actually a really nice choice to have the fangs upwards, because then it like
You don't have upward fangs enough.
I think it like contributes nicely to the whole dumb guy face thing, because it sort of it pushes like an underbite sort of thing.
Yeah. I do like it.
Yeah, I just don't have any issues.
I want to have a look at the sprite just to see. Well, I should say the sprites. I mean, I generally look at the 3D ones just to get a better... It's usually just because I want to see behind it, or how it sort of looks as like a
I mean,
physical object.
Snorlax looks just as based in the sprites.
Yeah, I mean, I am... A lot of the time, the 3D sprites don't do them justice. If you know what I mean? They just don't... They don't look as alive, I guess.
Yeah.
But... Which is weird. It should be the opposite. But
Actually, looking at Generation 6X, I think for the lighter blue one, is that male? The top one?
which one?
That one.
Oh, there's no gender difference. That's just shiny.
Oh. The shiny one. Where's his face?
Which one?
Top one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is
Oh,
it?
that's not the shiny one. I don't know. I think it's just because it's... I
What?
think that's just a bad picture of it.
It's just like what's going on there?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe...
Like that is that a design thing?
No, I don't. I think that's just a bad picture of it because it looks pretty normal in the other ones.
Yeah.
I think
it's just that one in particular looks
I
kinda
think just
fucked
the
up.
lines on his face are not that defined.
Yeah. It just looks
So
kinda fucked up.
yeah, I think that's just the particular image. Yeah, I don't really have a problem either. I do like Snorlax quite a lot.
I'm looking at Snorlax and I just can't pick out any issues.
There's just stuff that I like.
It's like with Gengar. Just no issues.
It is. Snorlax is pretty good. Do you have a list, Jacob?
Yes.
Okay.
From worst to best, it's Mudsdale, Gloom, Snorlax.
I think that's definitely it for me.
Mm.
But I don't...
See, I don't hate this.
The face fucks it up.
Yeah, it does.
The face fucks up Mudsdale.
But like,
It ruins the whole thing, really.
that's the thing is,
The face and the head, head area mohawk.
It's like it's too invasive to not kind of make it shit. Well, not shit,
Yeah, even...
but just it's too invasive to make it not kind of annoying. And even though I'm not a fan of the legs, I don't hate them.
The horse body is maybe a bit weird as well. But I don't know how else you would do that.
Yeah, it seems like a horse body to me. I don't really have
I
an
mean,
issue with that.
maybe you could have a different color.
I mean, I ain't got no dick. That's a big problem.
Oh, that's the gender difference, dude.
Dick.
Yeah, the male version of Mudsdale was banned.
True.
Yeah, so it's not on here, but it exists. It's just the same thing, but a dick with a leg warmer on it.
A dick with a couple fucking kinks in it.
It's just a huge leg warmer dick coming out. That's it.
That
So,
would actually be really funny.
yeah.
I swear to God, in the Rule 34.
I'm not gonna draw this.
In the Rule 34 with Mudsdale, that has to be a thing. Where
I'm not good enough at drawing to pull it out for every little fucking dumb thing I think of. I want to. Maybe one day if I get better at drawing.
I mean, you're not at that point where like you can whip out something that's good enough like quickly.
Yeah. I'll spend like half a fucking day on it and it won't even be that good. But I had to do Ferrarex. I had to do it.
That was too good.
I just had when we talked about it, I thought of it. I'm like, oh, dude, I know exactly what Ferrarex should look like. I should just fucking try and draw it.
So we agree on the list then.
We agree on the list, yeah.
Okay.
That's not where I thought we'd have the problem for this one. This happens quite a lot, but I mean, generally how this podcast goes for us is we choose the Pokemon. We have at least one Gen 1 Pokemon involved. It slaughters the rest of them.
Because they're mostly better designs.
Although
Gloom is the first Gen 1 I'm aware of.
Seadra, dude.
Oh yeah, Seadra as well.
The problem is with Seadra. What else did we have with Seadra?
It's like back of its head and its fins were all.
No. I mean, what else did we have on that episode?
Oh shit, I don't know.
Did we have another Gen 1 on that?
I don't even remember.
No, I guess Seadra didn't win that one then.
No,
okay, I'm wrong. Never mind.
Yeah, I forgot.
Okay. So I guess Gen 1 doesn't fucking blitz everything every time.
Didn't then.
Okay, I just forgot. Because I was of the mind of like, we always get a Gen 1 and it always ends up just killing everything else. But I guess Seadra didn't. See, we're not really Gen 1ers. Not really.
So I think I know what you're talking about when you talk about an issue. Is that you want to put Snorlax at number 1.
I don't know. I don't think I want to put Snorlax at number 1 necessarily.
Because I was going to say, Gengar is better than Snorlax, in my opinion.
I mean, Gengar is one of my favorites. I think I would say the same. Although
and Snorlax is definitely better than Dragonair.
See, this is the issue I foresaw.
It's definitely better than Dragonair.
Hold on, let's start with worst, okay?
Okay.
Because that's where we usually start. I know you want to get into this fight, because it's not... I thought it would be. Mudsdale. Where are you thinking? Ballpark.
Scroll up.
I think we need to have a more unified thing of how much of a design, like, how badly can the face fuck it up to like
Mudsdale did a decent job.
No, but I mean in terms of where we should put it, because I feel like a lot of Mudsdale is good.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I think I know where I want to put it.
Yeah.
Under Tepig.
Under Tepig.
Yeah.
I was thinking over Fracture, possibly.
Oh.
Because I like it. I like it better than Fracture. And I guess by extension, Tepig. What I do like about Mudsdale, I like better than anything about Fracture. I know the face fucks it up a lot, but I mean, this is what I meant. We need to. This is the type of thing we need to figure out.
Is he Mudsdale again?
I don't think it...
Yeah.
Most of it's solid.
I think I'd have to agree with that, actually. I think the dreads and the tail...
It's just like the top part of the head.
The dreads, the tail, the color scheme, it all puts it over.
This is actually harder than I thought it would be, because you sort of have to be incremental with this shit to some degree.
Yeah.
And figure out how much part of a design actually ruins the overall. That's why I've had such an issue with Garchomp. Because there's parts of it that are pretty fucking good, I think.
Bits of it that are fucking...
But the chest fucks it up way too bad.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like... I'm somewhat passionate about a good amount of Mudsdale. Like 80% of it. 70% of it maybe. So, in my mind, that puts it over Fracture. I don't
Yep.
think I'd go as far as Seadra because the face kills it enough that it doesn't beat Seadra because Seadra's more consistent overall. I could even begin to have this fight though. But I don't... It doesn't work enough to beat it, I don't think.
Yeah, I think that's the appropriate spot under Seadra.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Well, it won't be number 8 by the time we're done with it. There's no point numbering it now because we...
Fair enough.
I mean, everything... It'll be number 11? If we add 2 more above it, it'll be 11, right?
Yeah, it should be.
I should have said nothing, because if I'm wrong, I'm going to sound like a fucking idiot. Okay, where's Gloom going? I'm not sure about this.
It'll be 10.
Sure. I'm just assuming I'm wrong. Maybe you're wrong, though. One of us has to be wrong now.
Scroll down. Is he Gloom?
Yep. I'm thinking at least Garchomp range. I mean Garchomp, fucking Go-Go range. Why did I say Garchomp? Get this fucking asshole out of my head and back to the bottom of the list.
I think I agree with the range.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think where exactly.
So am I. I just go back and forth on how awkward the top half of Gloom actually is.
Okay.
Because those 3D sprites don't do it justice, I think. For how it looks awkward, the top half.
I think I know where I want to put it.
Okay, let's see what you have to say then.
Under Stunfisk.
Okay, nah, I don't think it goes under Stunfisk.
What?
I don't think it goes under Stunfisk.
Stunfisk is a way more like balanced and solid design. Doesn't look awkward to me. It looks dopey, but in a good way.
Dude, Gloom is the king of looking dopey in a good way. Gloom's face is
like those feet and
Gloom is like the better version of Stunfisk in a way to me. In terms of like, look at this retard, you know. There's nothing in that brain. There's nothing in that flower up top there. Like nothing going on in there.
The fucking long feet.
That is its brain, and it's outside of its head. It doesn't work.
The arms are basically nothing.
No, but I don't have a problem with those at all.
The flower looks too awkward.
I have a problem with the feet on Poliwhirl because they don't match the rest of it. I think they're fine here.
Yeah, under Stunfisk.
No, we're gonna have to fight on this.
Stunfisk is just a generally more solid design, I think.
I'd even question if it beats Go-Go.
Definitely doesn't beat Go-Go.
Oh man, we're gonna have a problem here. Let's.
Go-Go. I just no issues.
Okay, let's bring up shinies then because. We need a. What do we call this shit again? We don't fucking do it often enough for me to ever remember the shining round.
Yeah, the shine off.
It was never the shine off.
I know.
It was not once the shine off. Let me actually. Yeah, no, it's Shine Breaker. That was the good one. Shine Breaker. I'm deleting Shining Round off here now because Shine Breaker is the better version. What did you just say, Jacob? Because that was terrible.
Shine off.
Shine off. Sounds like you're gonna sounds like a euphemism for sucking a dick. So we won't be having that one.
Or I could just be super lazy and just say The Shining.
The Shining is actually sort of clever, I guess.
That's why it's clever.
But Shine Breaker's way better. At least not the Shine Off.
Okay,
Oh, it's gonna be hard to fucking judge this because it's just flat, this motherfucker. But no, we have some
Gloom
stuff.
wins. I forgot about Stunfisk Shiny, and I hate Stunfisk Shiny.
You hate it?
Well, I don't hate it, but I dislike it.
I don't like Glooms as much as Stunfisk, so we've swapped around here.
Like, I said it last time.
I'll give it to me because I still think Gloom is a better design, but I think Stunfisk Shiny is way better than Gloom's.
Like oh god, this is annoying. Because
I don't.
flat looks so bad. Like, yeah, the face for the female version of Gloom looks fucking ridiculous as well.
Stop looking at that. Like, maybe. I mean, shit. Maybe we should account for gender differences if they're that bad.
What, the face is that bad?
No, that's what I mean. Maybe we should account for that if it's
Like-
that fucking bad. I didn't know about this shit. I don't like. Look, I'll let you play that card if you want to play that card.
Because it looks
but
dumb.
I still think it beats Stunfisk. If you want to bring the female version in, then I won't let it beat Go-Goat. I won't even have that conversation. But I think it beats Stunfisk.
I gotta say, like, if we're using the Shining round as like,
well, if we're talking about the Shine Breaker, I think Stunfisk has a better shiny. Although the blue is better in the black and white sprites than, like, look, it gets way too light.
it looks better dark.
Just like as dark as it is it's just a different, it's
Like, I know
the 3D sprites blue looks way more fucking gaudy. I don't
know
like
it
that.
being flat makes sense.
Jacob,
but
what?
it's
I
so
don't even understand
fucking
what
dumb.
problem you're having right now. Oh, you just mean the sprites.
Yes, I know it makes sense, but it's fucking dumb.
They fixed it a bit for Sun and Moon. They gave it that slight angle.
And now it looks like it was shrunk in fucking Photoshop.
I mean, they
It looks
realized
stupid.
they realized how dumb the XY sprites were, I guess.
Like, it went from dumb to like fucking, oh, we just ripped this picture off of our own website or something.
I mean, if this is gonna make Gloom beat Stunfisk for you, then I'm fine with that.
Yep, it does.
Does it really?
Yeah. It's these shinies are too stupid, I gotta say.
You know that bias I talk about at the beginning of the episodes? This is like this. I don't know how much this should be related to how we rank these, but whatever, dude. I'll
it's just
fucking.
dumb.
It is dumb.
Like, if we're talking about,
I think they improved it enough for Sun and Moon, though.
like, if we're gonna talk about the shinies, then if I can hardly tell what's even going on, that's just stupid.
Even with the shittier blue, I still think it beats Gloom.
I don't much care for that green,
I don't like the head color either.
but
The green is fine, but so do you still like Gloom shiny better than Stunfisk's? Okay.
despite the face on the female version being daft as fuck.
I don't like the color of the flower and the leaves at all. And the green is not that great, although the green isn't terrible. It could be that really terrible bright light green that they
Neon.
do. Yeah, it could be that, but it isn't. So it's not as bad as it could be, but I still don't really like it.
Neon is for things like cars.
Yeah, like Ferrarex. Dude, we need to come up with Ferrarex's actual colors and shiny.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna make a good
You'll
shiny.
see that next episode.
I don't know about that, but we'll figure things out in good time. We will have time.
We'll chuck the image up at the end of this episode.
Jacob, because when you say we'll figure it out, I'm gonna have to do all the work.
Oh yeah,
so
that's why I'm saying this, 'cause I'm not doing anything.
You're a fucking asshole. Okay.
I'm like the executive producer. My name's on it, but like I didn't really fucking do a whole lot or anything.
Yeah. So we saying Gloom beats Stunfisk then?
Yep.
Okay. And I will.
Go-Goat's better.
Sure. Yeah. I won't have the argument. you know, I'm not saying I'm conceding or anything. I still, I think Go-Go would probably. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll have to.
Nah.
I didn't promise I wouldn't. Even if I literally said that, I don't remember what I said.
The bulbs are too big.
I don't know, man. I think I should at least try to convince you.
And the feet look weird. And the arms
The
don't need
feet
to
look
be there.
fine. The feet look fine. It's not.
They're too long.
I've retroactively fucking ruined my future self by pointing out Poliwhirl's feet. Because now it's transferring over to Gloom, but I don't think it applies here.
I totally does.
No, because the problem with Poliwhirl is the feet looked weird when compared to the hands. And, do you think Gloom would look better with fucking little boots? Don't say yes, you motherfucker. Because Gloom doesn't have, boxing gloves on. So it's not like... You know what I mean? That's why Poliwhirl's feet don't add
Gloom
up
would
to
look
me.
better with Poliwhirl's feet, where they're more rounded.
Well,
and
let
circular.
me have a look at them. Hold on.
I would maybe
They look too stocky, dude.
make them smaller, but the same sort of shape.
And in fact, I like Gloom's version of feet better than Poliwhirl's. I think.
pill foot.
I don't think they could be that stocky.
They would just need to be smaller, but the same shape.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work, dude.
Still not better than Go-Go.
I don't have a problem with the feet. Gloom's face is so strong, though.
Does have a good face. It's just
And I really like the leaves. It's the flower that is making me question it.
It's like I look at Go-Go and
If I look at this too hard, it starts to look awkward.
Yeah. I look at Go-Go and either I don't remember what my issues were with it or I don't have any. And if I don't remember them...
I don't even know... Did you have issues with Go-Go, really?
Fuck if I remember.
We put it up against... It was up against Dragonair.
I think
it was just that we weren't, that passionate about it, but with every episode, I'm like, Go-Go is really a pretty good design. I mean, it's definitely gonna be top half of the list at the end of the day, probably. I don't know how high up, but...
You know what's funny, though? That center part of its horns. It looks like a spot behind... by the human testicles.
You know what? That was somewhere in my mind, and it hadn't had the chance to come out, but I don't like that.
It looks like the spot behind the human testicles.
I mean, it's not because of that I don't like it, but...
That's just funny, though.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't mind.
This needed to be brought out of my head.
I don't mind it. The fact that it looks like that doesn't really devalue it for me. It's just kind of funny note.
Look at... Where does Go-Go's head go? Look at it. You see what I mean? You see that part between the ears and the horns? It looks like it's going up. But then look at the rest of its head. How high is that going? Because I don't know about that. That's making its head look weird to me. That's making it look like its head goes up too much. What if the head connects to the horn like that? That looks stupid. I don't know if it does that. Maybe I need to look at the back
Look at the sprite.
The back of Go-Go's sprite. Fuck, we're really getting into it today.
Yeah. Fucking pulling out Go-Go's sprite.
It's so hard to see.
See if you can just fucking make the thing any larger.
Nah,
just zoom into it.
Zooming will just fucking ruin it. It will not make it any easier to see. I don't know.
Any other sprites for it? No, those are all the sprites.
Maybe you could see in the show somehow, but it's not like we really... there are some other pictures in here. I mean, you can't really use this as canon either. This is fucking huge. Oh,
Great.
wow, what a great quality picture.
Absolutely fantastic. Why even bother using a picture that size?
It's not the size. The size is fine. It's just terrible quality for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because Gloom is pretty fucking good, I think.
Not Go-Go good.
I'm trying to figure out what it is about Go-Goat exactly.
It looks majestic.
It does have that kind of air to it to some degree. You know, if I can't figure it out though, then Gloom sort of has to go underneath it. If I can't articulate what puts it above it, then I lose.
I mean, I like the face of Gloom. It's just, I'm not a fan of the feet or the arms or how big those bulbs are.
You have more than I do in the other direction. And I do also, I mean, I might not agree with the feet and the arms, but I did plant that seed in your mind. And the bulb does look awkward when I focus on it too much.
It's going under.
The overall design, though, I think it comes together well. If you don't focus on the bulb...
If you just ignore parts of it...
No, it's not ignoring it. It's the overall thing. There's
ignore,
something to be said for the design overall.
If you ignore key parts of the design, then... Like, if you don't look at certain parts, then it's fine.
Yeah, I'll have to give it to you then.
If you just play Pokemon with your eyes shut, all of them look great.
If you just play Pokemon with your eyes shut, then none of the Pokemon are programmed into the game.
See,
Dude,
if you're blind, the design's fine.
Jacob, when do you think they're gonna take out all Pokemon from the Pokemon games?
I don't know, eh?
Let's just exterminate all of them.
When's Pokemon coming out in Braille? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, man.
Nintendo Switch Braille version.
Jacob, I don't think they have the resources to make that happen.
They don't have the resources to have all the Pokemon either, it seems.
Well, dude, they can't make all the Pokemon in Braille.
Yeah.
It'd take way too long. This is getting stupid. Like, yeah, we still have one more to go. And this is probably...
Snorlax is...
I didn't expect to have these other small fights either, really. But I guess we did.
Snorlax is number 2. Better than Dragonair.
Easily.
Easily.
It's the same thing again, isn't it?
Of course it is.
It's always...
It's my ageist fucking... my ageist bullshit. I don't like him bald.
Fuck.
It's just...
Snorlax, I don't agree with you, but I have to respect it.
Snorlax is one of those ones where it's like, fucking... nothing wrong.
Because I can't say there is anything wrong.
He's too cool a motherfucker to not go in second.
But I like Dragonair, though.
I mean, like, Gengar...
I think Dragonair is high tier.
Gengar takes it out at first just by being, like... It actually looks, like, more interesting to me that it catches my attention, sort of. Like, as in...
You think Snorlax doesn't have that quality?
Snorlax does catch my attention, but not in the same way. Like, Gengar fascinates me more because it's like, what the fuck is that thing? It's like some shadow creature.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like, it's more fascinating in that sort of sense.
Snorlax is more normal, like maybe a bear or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Snorlax is not entirely just a bear, but
That's
there's a lot of bear influence.
That's what, like, puts Gengar over Snorlax for me. So I think it's appropriate.
You know, Snorlax probably has... There's probably a lot of Miyazaki influence in that design.
It would make sense.
There's a certain character I can think of that seems like a similar thing.
Yeah. Also, the reason Snorlax is in number 2 as well is because of its ability Thick Fat.
Yeah, thick fat. You do like the thick fat, don't you? Although I guess it didn't help Tepig.
No, it was just fun. It was
Man, every time I mention another Pokemon now, I think, man, I'm gonna have to fucking edit that in. The way I do it, I chose to do it that way, so I'm doing it forever now.
shouldn't have told me that.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking of, I'm like,
Ariados, go.
oh, please don't. Please actually don't, if we're not talking about it. I always have this nightmare in my mind when I'm editing that Jacob lists off, like, 13 Pokemon for some reason, like, all in a row. I'm like, ah, for fuck's sake. Like,
You're just you're lucky that I'm not one of those people.
the only rule I have is that I have to have made the thing first, so it has to have appeared in another episode already.
Right.
So this will get worse as we go, since I will have the assets to do it.
I mean,
So you can't just mention any random Pokemon you want, because I won't have done it.
I listed 2 that we've done, so you're gonna have to
I know,
do those.
yes, I know. Although I think we'd mentioned both Go-Go and Ariados before already. Fuck, now I mention them again. Don't do it. Penalized for mentioning Pokemon on the Pokemon podcast. We need to have this fight.
Dragonette's just bold, man. And like I've said,
I mean, Snorlax is bald. There's
Yeah,
less
but
on
it's-
Snorlax's head.
but it's fine, because he's a big dumb guy.
Is it because you assume that Snorlax has fur?
Yes, that too.
And Dragonette clearly does not have fur.
Dragonette looks like the sort that will have very small, very smooth scales, but yeah, they're just too small for you to be able to tell.
I need to
Oh
get...
no, dolphin skin. Dolphin skin, sort of thing, like blubber, rubbery.
I mean, I'm trying to understand the bald thing, but I just don't get it.
It just looks too much like an old man or a baby.
Only if I imagine it without the wings. But it has the wings. And the horns there too. It goes away if you do that.
Not to me.
I'm always convinced that it's just the fucking angle. If it was looking straight ahead, you wouldn't care. And see, you never disagree
Well,
when I say that either.
The angle is part of the design, and we're
I
judging the
kn-
designs.
I need to look at the sprite again. I need to look at Dragonette's sprite again.
If we're judging designs, then I'm judging that angle too.
Well, the sprites are part of the design though, clearly.
Yes.
See, look, it's...
Still there.
Man, I hate you. I just don't really get it.
Like, Generation 4, like Diamond and Platinum and all that. No, it's like mostly just Diamond and Platinum. They do justice for it in that way. Like, they draw attention away from that entirely. Just like a...
So it is about the pose then.
Yes. And we're judging designs based off...
But the design is not the pose. Which is why I try and use more than the official art.
Yeah, but I mean, the official art and the sprite got that old man look going.
No,
for
but
it.
not all the sprites though, as you said.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I feel like everything comes into play to an extent.
I mean, red and blue definitely got it.
I mean, I want to use random shit to just sway things one way or another because it's funny. That's what I want to do. That's why I even let you have this bold opinion.
I mean, my opinion stays the same. Plus, I think the pearly thing on its chest could go lower and sink into it. I've said it many times, but it should go for that Tony Stark kind of thing.
Let's bring up shinies. You don't like the pink.
It's
I think Snorlax's shiny is
a bit
sort of
much.
boring. It's just, I mean, we saw it before. It's just,
It's a slight palette change.
It's just
It's
dark
nothing.
blue. I don't even like
It's-
it that much,
It's
to be
not
honest.
really that interesting.
Well, it's not just the dark blue. I think it's also the skin color is slightly different. Unless no, it looks different.
But
It looks like a more yellowy.
at the same time, it not really.
But you like the gold.
I do. I think the pink is too strong at this. Like, it's too much on the eyes. Even though Snorlax is shiny, is not really anything that significant.
I don't even like it, honestly.
I'm just middle of the road with it.
Mm.
And then I just have a slight dislike for the pink on Dragonair. So that's why Snorlax is in number 2.
I wanted to have the argument, but
You
I
can't.
do. Well,
You fucking can't, can you?
I just want to give Dragonair the respect it deserves on this show.
Yeah, that's why it's in 3rd.
I guess it's in third.
I'm not joking.
I mean, you didn't go for Gengar. That would have been something else, but
Oof.
well, you like Gengar as
Yeah.
much as I do, I guess.
There's a reason it's at number 1. It's the,
You know,
it's the best one out of all of our picks so far.
I'm not mad at Snorlax being number 2.
Dragonair is still a
just
solid design, just too bold.
I don't have problems with Dragonair really, but I don't have problems with Snorlax either.
Mm.
And there are certain things in both that make them very standout designs. Not that they literally stand out necessarily, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's man, look at this fucking Gen 1 list. It's fucking
And
top.
I mean, Ariados is not Gen 1.
No, but top 4 positions of Gen 1 right now.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody does top 4, top 5, or top 10. And for a shorter list, we should be doing top 3, really.
No, I just mean that it's clearly very populated by Gen 1 at the top
Yes.
of the list right now. And not as we go.
I mean, the designs.
This will change.
The designs have just gotten worse as time has gone on.
I don't
Right.
even think that necessarily.
Like, I think generally they have. Just from what I've seen.
I think we've just picked a lot of designs that I like.
Mm.
Or that we both like, really. And now we have someone picking them for us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what she'll even... Because I didn't think about it, but obviously she is going to be picking Gen 1 a lot.
Yeah, it's true.
Or exclusively. I don't...
Because that's most of her experience with Pokemon.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's what happens
Yep.
when you add that variable.
If you throw money at us, then, your vote counts.
And then you can buy me some gunners.
JB, you don't need gunners.
Hey, bro,
You're not a real gamer.
Bro, are those gunners?
They are.
Yo, are those gunners?
Look, I'm not going to let anyone mock my glasses because they prevent my terrible migraines.
I have nothing but respect for those glasses.
So do I.
I just think the gunners thing is really funny.
I know it's funny that I actually have them, but...
Like how excited people get over gunners is really funny.
Well, they're taking the piss when they say that. It's not real excitement.
Like, bro, he's that good at esports that he even has gunners.
Dude, he
Oh yeah, those
he
gunners.
needs the focus that only gunners can provide. Gunner optics. He looks at screens all day. He can't have that straining his eyes, or he will not be able to do esports properly in the future.
Mm.
You have to... You don't esport all at once. You have to esport over time
I would be
for an esport career. I don't know shit
I
about esports.
I would be
It's
fine
boring.
to have fucking Dragonair beat Snorlax if it had gunners. It would have been fine.
Dragonair sort of has like red gunners, like a red tint. Dragonair's eye color is not actually red; it's just wearing gunners.
It's got gunner contacts.
Snorlax doesn't even need gunners because his eyes are closed.
He's got that
Snorlax sleep.
He's got that Brock eye. Like, if Dragonair had some gunners on its forehead, sorted.
You're an asshole, Jacob.
What?
All you're saying is as long as some bullshit covers the head, then it's a better design. That's fucking bullshit.
Well, I mean, of course that's crap. I'm talking about gunners.
No, but you.
If there was actually gunners on its forehead, it would be a worse design.
The problem I have with you now is that it's clearly the pose that's doing it.
And I'm judging it because that's part of it.
But it doesn't have to pose that way. Like, if Dragonair was always, like, facing up, would you be like, yeah, dude, that's the best design I've ever seen. Dragonair is always looking up, so I can't see its head.
It would be permanently my favorite Pokemon.
Like, what if written on the back of Snorlax, it said, fuck you, Jacob,
I
but
would fucking love it.
but you couldn't see it? I need something that will actually annoy you then.
What if Snorlax...
What if there was a picture, what if there was a picture of a balding man on the back of Snorlax,
I would still
but
love
you
it.
could never see. Yeah, this doesn't work because it's just funny. You know what I'm getting
It'll
at.
be even better
If there was
for
some
Snorlax.
bullshit that you objected to on a part of Snorlax that you could not see easily,
It would depend. It would depend.
I don't like.
I mean, it would really depend on what it is.
I don't like this. I don't like the judgment you're using here.
Look.
It's objectionable.
I would appreciate. I would appreciate if Snorlax's photo.
I'm not mad at Snorlax winning. I think Snorlax deserves it, but
I think I would appreciate.
this is a close fight for me.
I'd appreciate if Snorlax's image would be like that dick pic pose where like the center frame is the dick, but then you see like its torso and head. That is one of the worst ways people take those photos. Like from the
In my opinion, if you're taking a dick pic, you need your dick in it, and that's it. Dicks look weird on a human body.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make it look good. You're not gonna look cool. Just take a picture of just your dick.
Like,
don't try and do anything crazy. Don't even. Definitely don't pose. You're gonna look worse.
like I've
Dicks look weird on people.
I've seen this photo that went around for a bit on Instagram, and yes, it was censored. Otherwise, it wouldn't have stayed for long.
Oh, I don't know.
But like, it was basically one of
Wasn't
those.
there nudity allowed on Instagram at a point?
Depends.
Okay,
I
well,
don't know.
that sounds silly enough already. I don't need to get into it anymore
It's one of those things
than
where it's
that.
like their rules are so vague they can just pick and choose what they want.
Cool, I love that.
Same. It was like a picture of a dude who's taking the photo from like the underside of his dick, had his like stomach, chest, arms, and head all in it, and he was just wearing sunglasses, and it was the funniest thing.
That sounds like it's intended to be a joke.
Yeah, it's
So it was. I mean, I'm fine if it's.
I don't know if it was or not.
Oh, okay. I'm fine if somebody's trying to take a dick pic to actually be funny, and it's something like that.
It's actually rare that people will go that far for a joke as well.
Oh, I don't know. I would. If it's funny, it's funny. I don't care if people know what my dick looks like.
Anyway, Snorlax is number 2. Beats Dragonair.
Yep. And that's the show. With a lot of other fuckery in there as well.
With dick pics and
Just in general.
T-pose Wingull.
Okay. Any questions, suggestions, and reflections on the show, you can email us at notverycast@gmail.com. I might even read them out on the show. You know what I wanted to do this week is...
Poetry?
No, I mean, we're getting some comments on YouTube.
We are?
Well...
I haven't checked recently.
Like one. From one person in general. I just wanted... Gengar is a stupid fat idiot. How dare you love him? Your opinion is wrong. I just want to highlight some comments here.
Nice.
What do you think of that, Jacob?
I mean, it's funny he says our opinion is wrong when his opinion is wrong.
Yeah, that is weird, right?
Strange.
I mean, we're doing the list, and the list is objective, so I don't know. There's a bit of a break in... You know what I mean? There's no follow through on that. And another response from, I'll just say it's from Tom. He's put his name on here. I'm sure that's fine. But when are we getting the garbage Pokemon? Now, I responded we already did Binnacle in episode 2 because that's the obvious joke. But I feel like there's a few Pokemon you could be talking about when saying garbage Pokemon.
I mean, is there not a Pokemon that's literally a trash can?
not a trash can, but like a trash bag. There's Trubbish and Garbodor. If that's who you mean, then I mean
I gotta
when
say,
the
like the name Trubbish is the sort of like clever that I hate.
it's not that clever because what does the T have to do with it?
Trash, rubbish,
Oh yeah,
Trubbish.
okay. No, that's not. I
It's the sort of clever that I hate.
I don't think it's that clever.
Anyway,
I'm not that clever though, because I couldn't even figure out what. But yeah, you could give us money, or you could wait until it randomly appears, just like in the wild, in the grass. This is what the podcast is. We're just walking down an endless, you know, an endless walk of tall grass,
except
where Pokemon
except
pop
it,
up and we shoot them down when they look terrible,
except
and we raise them
like
up when they look
the
good.
grass we're walking through is grass that is just incumbent of every single biome.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to get that far into
I wanted to
into
just because
the
I could.
sure, but so yeah, I mean, if you wanna pitch in, then
If you want to pitch a tent,
you can see what we think of literal garbage.
yes.
But if not, then we will keep walking the tall grass until they appear. Because there's like Grimer and Mach, which could arguably, like, they eat garbage.
Mm.
So they're sort of garbage Pokemon. But yeah, probably meant Trubbish and Garbodor.
Grimer and
I would
Mark are meant
think.
to be just like the liquid that collects at the bottom of an uncleaned rubbish bin.
But they eat garbage as well. So it's like the ship. If you take away all the parts of the ship and replace it, like, how
Yeah.
much garbage does a Mako Grimer have to eat to just be garbage? And they already look sort of like some kind of garbage. They're not, obviously not just a garbage bag. But anyway, to see our perfect list and all that's, I guess if you want to comment on the YouTube or anything, then I might bring it up if I find it entertaining. To see our perfect list in all its glory and Jacob's current favorite, go to notverycast.wordpress.com.
It is still Gengar.
Yep, thanks for making me add another picture of Gengar in there. Listen to a
Not
new
intentional.
episode every week on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, or Twitch. All the episodes are listed on Patreon, where anyone can view the normal ones. Tell us how wrong and stupid and bad people we are for our opinions on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, or the subreddit, or just fucking anywhere that I'll read it. And if you like the show, share it with someone. It helps. Probably.
You could also send us a letter at P.O. Box.
We don't have a P.O. box.
We no, we don't.
I'll get one if it becomes necessary, but
Yes.
it's not necessary. We could be convinced, but we won't change the list. On the Patreon is where you can find all those links. Go to patreon.com/notverycast and extend the green hand of currency to lift us out of our terrible, terrible lives. This is just tradition at this point, Jacob. How terrible has your life been this week?
I've been sick since Sunday.
So I guess you're on the terrible end of things. Well, I don't know. You don't sound sick enough that it's affecting your mood.
It's not really affecting my mood. It's just obviously
I mean, being sick is worse than not being sick.
Yeah, it's always annoying.
Take it from me.
Who's always sick.
Yeah.
Like, getting to sleep is hell on earth, because as soon as I lie down,
Oh, yeah.
it's just like, hey, all that crap that was in your nose, it's in your throat now.
Oh, I remember
Have
those
fun-
days.
Have fun breathing.
I mean, we're both fucked up nose boys, so I understand having to sleep with your mouth open forever.
And then my throat is just fucking clogged by crap at the moment, so it's even harder to mouth breathe like I usually do.
So you usually mouth breathe at this point.
Yep.
Okay, well, I got lucky because I don't have to. Like, there is half of my nose. Like, if I had just one of either nostril, then I would probably have to mouth breathe. But two sort of fucked up nostrils makes for enough breath, I guess. So I don't have to mouth breathe anymore. But yeah, deviated septums
They're fun.
kill.
Especially when they just grow back to normal, like mine has.
Yeah, they do say that can happen though. Mine has probably gotten worse again to some degree, but not enough that I would need to fix it again. you can get monthly bonus episodes and vote with your wallet on your choice of Pokemon to be featured on the show. Like, say
Snorlax.
if you wanted a garbage Pokemon or something, I don't know.
This week
It's
it
up to
was
you.
Snorlax from one patron.
Oh yeah, my life was still in the realm of terrible, but probably better than the other one. Although I did say that was one of the worst weeks of my life, so I would hope it's only uphill from there, but I know better than that. So your Pokemon for this week, where I feel like I'm gonna have a problem today. I'm actually blanking. That's why I'm fucking blanking hard. You're gonna make me do this too, aren't you?
I'm blanking as well.
Oh fuck. Your Pokemon for this week were
Snorlax.
Mudsdale. No, we have to do an order. Mudsdale. Mudsdale. Fuck.
What's the other one?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to just look at it.
Don't.
Are we really doing this?
I wanna try
This
and
is not good
remember.
to listen to.
I
mean,
try
maybe
and
it's
remember.
funny, but fuck.
Um,
What did we just talk about? This is so stupid.
this is what happens when you're sick all the time.
Mudsdale, Gloom, and fuck, I keep wanting to say Ferrarex. Shut the fuck up. Ferrarex final episode. We'll put it into the list.
And
I don't know
it'll
when that'll
number
be.
one.
No,
Yes.
I will seriously do this. Once this podcast is over, the last episode, Ferrarex is being judged. And Snorlax.
Mudsdale.
Your Pokemon for this week were Mudsdale, Gloom, and Snorlax. There we go. I knew I'd have real trouble with this at some point.
Mudsdale's name is so just not memorable at all.
It's alright.
It's just a Clydesdale, but mud.
Whatever.
Ugh.
Always remember, if you've ever seen a Pokemon, that's enough to judge it. Goodbye, everyone.
Bleh.
So many designs, 809, trying to find which are divine and which are just fine. From Afro to wireless, the bland and eclectic, they're gonna realize it's not very effective.
Sorry if I made you sick. Audience.